I love this part of the loading because I know it's also recording. It feels homemade, which it is. Good evening and happy Tuesday. It is December 22nd, 2020. I am Yolanda. I am joined with Reiki Master John, and we are here, as always, every Tuesday to offer community meditation using Reiki energy, working within the energy centers that are found on the body. Chakras, energy centers 1 through 7 is what we work with, deal with, and we'll be tuning into this evening. I am Yolanda, Reiki Master and Spiritual Life Coach. Thank you for joining us either live or via the replay. It is one day after the winter solstice, so great solstice to everyone who may be watching. I trust that the Passover into this new season has treated you well, or you are on your way to being well because of it. And as we do every Tuesday, we're going to take some time to step into gratitude, open up our hearts a little bit more, do a scan of our bodies. Of course, thank the ancestors and spirit guides, our entire spirit team, all who are in this sacred space at this sacred time on one accord, loving and connecting as one. Um, John and I were just discussing the technology that we have been trying over the past couple of weeks, and hopefully in the new year we will have it down pat. Because I am stepping into a new energy next week. We may not be live at 7 p.m., but because the time and the date is unknown as of yet, I don't want to say what time we will be or where we will be, but just know that we will offer something next week as well. And so, as we are in this sacred time and in this place, let us say thank you to the Great Mother for allowing us to cross over into the winter solstice, and let us take some cues from Mother Nature. That winter is the time of stillness. It is a time for all of us to prepare ourselves for the next couple of months, where the weather may be a little bit more harsh depending upon where you live. Here on the East Coast, we should be used to cold winters, but it always gets used, you have to get used to the change in temperature, the change in the day, the change in which and way everyone moves. And certainly this year has brought about its own unique challenges. So we will have to discover how are we going to commune with one another, because winter is the time when we snuggle in with one another. Our visits may take a little bit longer because we want to sit and gather, certainly because of the holidays. Many people are used to gathering, and that all looks very different this year. I heard someone remark today that, oh, Friday is Christmas. It doesn't feel like it. So depending upon how you celebrate during this season, we know it looks different. And so we want to first, with an honor of gratitude, say thank you for being here to the Great Spirit. Thank you for bringing us through this most difficult year with all of its challenges. And as we look forward to the new year, which we are already in, this new season, let us be thankful. Let us open our hearts more. Let us open our minds more, and let us be willing to accept all that comes with a measure of gratitude and understanding that whatever comes into our life experiences, we have all that we need to get through those challenges. And so, as always, I hope you have your water. I have my water. Because it is winter, you may find that you will need more water because of the drier days, but we will also be stepping into libations in a moment. So let's all take a deep breath. Come into this most sacred moment. And what a beautiful sacred time to be able to do this. The day after the winter solstice, we've got the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, correct? All these planets in alignment, something that has not happened for centuries and is happening right now. And we are within that energy. So all of these great and wonderful things that are coming at this time, let us take a deep breath and feel that right now. Relax our minds, Relax our bodies as we step into this moment of libations where we give honor and thanks to the ancestors, to the spirit guides, to the ascended masters, all of those who have gone before us, who have laid a foundation for us, the great mothers, the great fathers. We issue a thank you, whether we know them by name, whether they are biological within our families, or whether we know them not. We know that there are several millions of individuals in the collective who have lived a life that makes our lives a little easier. And so we want to give honor and thanks and reverence to all of those great mothers, those great fathers who have gone before us. We speak your name with honor. We speak your name with grace. We speak your name, thanking you for all that you endured, knowing that this most difficult year, where we have seen so many transition into the ancestral realm, we say thank you to all of those who sacrificed. Saying thank you to all of those who may have suffered. Thank you to all of those who have endured on our behalf. Thank you for the lessons that you've left behind. Thank you for the legacies that you've left behind. Thank you for showing us how to live. Thank you for showing us how to love. Thank you for showing us how to learn. We honor and give you reverence, great mothers, great fathers, all of the teaching, all of the wisdom, all of the knowledge, so that we could live a greater life. Thank you, Ashe. And for those who are in this physical realm, this present day, in this moment, whether again we know them by name or not, the great mothers, the great fathers, the sisters, the brothers, the friends, the family, the loved ones, the strangers, and yes, even those challengers, those who push us forward, those who pull us forward, those who are doing work on our behalf, certainly are essential workers who through this year have made sure that we were safe and that we were well. Those who are doing the work of many, those who are tired, those who feel as though they have given all that they could give and continue to give more, we say thank you. We say thank you for securing our life, our safety. We say thank you for ensuring that our children continue to learn, that our mothers continue to feel safe, that our fathers have employment to go to. We thank you for all of those sacrifices that those great men, those great women, those great children have made on our behalf, whether we know them or not, whether we ever get a chance to say thank you in person to them or not. In this moment, we say thank you, Ashe. And to those beloved energies that have yet to come into the physical realm. They have yet to be born, but yet they are within our hearts, they are within our bodies, our bones. Those great warriors who we are pulling behind us as we become their ancestors one day. We are clearing the way. We are doing so because you are loved, you are most honored, you are most grateful. We welcome you. We do the work that we do so that you come into this existence without the shackles that we have had to endure. We want you to come in love. We want you to come in light. We want you to come in grace. We want you to come in through mercifully. We thank you for being the inspiration for many of us to push forward, for many of us to get up every single morning, to continue to do the work that feels challenging, to continue to do the work that stretches and grows us. We do it on your behalf because we will at one point become your ancestors. So we welcome you, Ashe. All right. And because it is winter, I am no longer pouring the water into my plants because they are also going into a state of hibernation and they don't need as much as they did through the other weeks and other months. And so the water that I pour through libations through the winter, I will pour outside at some point. And so if it's something that you do in your home, if you're doing, you do a libation ceremony, just give a thought about maybe not pouring it into your plants right now because we don't want to kill the plants. It's wintertime and they need their rest. Just wanted to make sure that I pass that along. But for us, we need the water. And so anytime you are doing energy work, spiritual work, healing work, make sure that you have water on hand. Water is a restorer, is a replenisher. So if there are things that are being removed from your body, you can make sure that you replenish yourself with water. And as we go into our Reiki session or our modified Reiki meditation session, for those of you who may be new to Reiki energy or energy work, the human energy system, there are several energy centers or chakras along the body, outside of the body. Tonight, and as most nights, we work in the first 7 found along the spinal column. I will call those out. I will say where they are, their corresponding color, the energy that is held within each of that power center, that energy center, and we will end at the top of our heads. And for many people, this is not new information. Knowing that there are more than 7 chakras, we don't delve into, or we haven't, I don't say that we will not ever, but we haven't delved into the other energy centers. Perhaps we'll do that in the new year. We just want to make sure that everyone has a basic foundation of the main 7, the 7 that are typically shown on charts, on figures, through colors. Those are the ones that most people are familiar with. So those are the ones that we will work with tonight. But just know that anywhere on your body, it is holding some energy. It is holding some memory. It is holding something, some thought, some feeling, some belief, some behavior is being held and motivated by the energy in the particular parts of your body. The human body is such an amazing instrument. And I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to work with the energies that are found within the body. If at any time there is a feeling within you that is overwhelming or of concern, please stop. You may remove yourself from the session. It is not necessary for us to remove you. You are powerful as well. And we are co-creating in this energy healing session. So if at any time you are feeling out of sorts or out of balance and it feels overwhelming, I would ask that you remove yourself from the situation, drink some water. And if you'd like to reach out to myself or to John, please do that either through email or Instagram at Yolanda Evolves. And if you are watching via YouTube, that information can be found within the links. And so as we come into this moment, let us take a scan of our external environment, the things around you. Pay attention to how you are sitting, making sure that you're comfortable, making sure that you are comfortable in terms of temperature, in terms of where your body is situated, how it is situated. If you feel like you want to lay down, feel free to do so. Pay attention to any distractions that may be around you. Is your phone on? Is your phone turned down? Are the lights too light? Are they too low? Just take a quick scan of your external environment before we do an internal examination of what is going on in this moment. And as we settle and become mindful of what is going on right now, we are not concerned about what happened before this moment or what will happen after. We are right here together. Let's take a deep, full breath. Now that we have scanned our external environment and we are sure that we are present fully, if you feel so led to let your eyelids drop, feel free to do so now or whenever it is most comfortable for you. And as we continue to take deep breaths, let's start with a scan of our internal environment. What might be going on in our mind? What mental chatter might be present? What might be going on within our abdomen, our shoulders? Just kind of go all over the body. There is no right order or right way of scanning. You are in control of your body. Therefore, you are in control of how you check in with your body. Check your knees, your ankles, toes, feet. If there's any tension anywhere within the body, perhaps it is trying to get your attention with the tension. Just let yourself know that you're going to send some love to that area. If there is some concern within your back, your neck, your ears, your nose, your eyes, your mouth, teeth, tongue, throat. Taking a deep breath and scanning, checking in, become aware of your fingertips, even your fingernails. Become aware of every part of the uniqueness that is you, your hands, your wrists. Your arms feel heavy in this moment. Is there any part of your body right now that feels heavier than it typically does? Are there any sounds that you are noticing, ringing in your ears, maybe some rattling in your chest? Are your knees a little squeaky? Do you feel a rumble in your abdomen? Become aware of any sounds that may be present. Any sensations? Is there any tingling? Any itchiness? If you feel so led to touch your skin, touch the skin on your arms. How is it feeling? Is it cold to the touch? Is it dry? Could it need some moisturization? Is the skin feeling tight anywhere? Is it feeling loose or sagging? What about your scalp? How's your scalp feeling? Is your scalp feeling tight or dry or itchy? Have you noticed that your hair might be losing some of its luster? Is it curlier than normal? Is it straight? Just become aware of your body and all of the different ways in which it is sending you a message. The temperature, the feeling. How about the smell? Are you smelling something different within your body? Certainly, as we all have been moving differently in 2020, we have maybe noticed that there are things different with our body. I have certainly noticed some scars that I didn't notice before, maybe a wrinkle or two. Maybe there's a hardness at the bottom of your feet or your hands. What about your eyes? Have you noticed that your vision is different now that we've all been looking at computer screens and TVs longer than we have in the past? Check in with your body and then ask it, is it anything that you need right now in this moment, my precious body? Is there anything that you would need for me to call in this moment as we enter into this energy healing session? What can I do for you, body, so that you feel differently? What can I release? Is there some hardness somewhere in your body, your shoulders, your neck, perhaps your back? Just ask your body what it needs in this moment. And as we continue to breathe deeply, scanning every aspect of who we are, the temperature, the smell, the touch, the feel, all of it, let us call forth an opening, an invitation and an invocation of the divine spirit into this sacred space. No matter what name, what symbol, what energy force that we decide to call forth, we know all things are created from love. And so we are calling the divine force of love into this sacred moment, into this sacred session, where all that are listening, either live or on a replay, will receive all that they need. Every request is to be heard and answered by the great I am. We thank you for allowing each of us to be an open vessel, ready to receive, ready to learn, ready to be elevated into a higher consciousness, into a higher vibration through the universal life force that we happen to call Reiki. We ask, we receive. Let us all allow that powerful energy to enter into this space in this moment. Let us do so with an energy of gratitude for all that is, all that will be. We say thank you, Ashe. And as we continue to breathe, because we have checked in with our body down to the cellular level, we know exactly what we need in this moment. Know that you are that powerful, that you have asked, your body has answered. And now you will receive all that you desire and need in this moment. And so as I call out the different energy centers along our spinal cord, John, as the Reiki master teacher and all around meditation guru, will be holding space for each and every single one of us. He may feel particular energies. Just trust and know that there is someone holding space for you. This is a safe environment. This is a sacred environment. And just know whenever you are listening is exactly the right time when you are supposed to be listening. Ashe. And if you feel so led, you might want to rub your hands together, generate some energy that way, because we are all energy workers in this moment. As the Reiki masters, we know that there are symbols, there are particular invocations that we make and that we have been trained to use to move and transform energy. Just know that as a willing participant, energy knows exactly where to go. Energy cannot die, it can be transformed, it can be elevated, and that is our intention this evening. So let's take our hands and start where all things start, at the root. The root chakra starts at our feet and can go all the way up to our hips. Wherever you feel grounded, your feet, your knees, your legs, your hips, wherever you feel supported, it is the root chakra. The root chakra is indicated at the base of the spine, at the very, very tip, at the bottom of the spine. The corresponding color for the root chakra is red. So if you feel like you're up for it, just envision the lower half of your body from the tip of your spine all the way down to your feet right now is illuminated in the color red. Just imagine that right now. From the bottom of your feet to the base of your spine is encased in a red light. That red light also looking very similar to the center of the great mother of Mother Earth, the Earth's core, the heartbeat of Earth, connecting with the red that is now illuminated from the bottom of your feet up into the base of your spine. Your entire root chakra also includes your skin, because the skin is covering the physical body, and the root chakra holds the energy of the physical body. And so your skin, your bones, your blood, all of that corresponding to the root, your legs, your feet, everywhere you feel supported. Certainly the base of your spine is very important. Whether you overlook it or not, it is the root. It holds the energy of how your physical body is doing. And as we just did a scan of our entire body and we asked our body what it needs, whatever it needs will show up in the root chakra. So if you need a little bit more protein in your life, if you need a little bit more stability and balance, whatever the body needs will show up in the root chakra. The physical aspects that the body needs will show up in the root chakra. It is why if there's something going on internally, it may demonstrate itself externally through your skin, through your adrenal glands, through the skeleton, the bones. As they say, the body knows, the bones hold the memories of all things that your body has ever experienced in its entirety is held within the root chakra. So let's take a deep breath, because that's a lot. Depending upon how long you have lived, that's a lot of energy to hold in your root chakra. It can be transformed, however, with a simple ask. And so let's take a deep breath and just envision that Our bodies, from the base of our spine down to our feet, are illuminated in a red light, and that red light is cleansing, purifying, balancing, and grounding us in this moment. And so, all the way down to our bones, we are feeling secure. We are feeling balanced. We are feeling grounded. We are feeling stable. We are feeling able to take care of ourselves, able to take care of others, all of those who we are responsible for. Let's take a deep breath and envision all of that energy that is being cleansed in our root chakra because we are connected to the Great Mother. We are feeling centered, grounded. Certainly this year has made many of us feel off kilter, but in this right now moment, as we go into our final days of the year 2020, let us make a commitment. Let us make an affirmation and a declaration in this moment as we are in the root chakra, knowing that we have asked for and we are receiving healing into the root chakra in this moment so that we know all is well or on its way to being well. We know that our finances are well or on their way to being well. We know that our health is well or on its way to being well. We are holding that energy for ourselves within our own bodies so that we create harmony and balance. That root chakra energy, again, holding the information that you have been gathering since the beginning of your time here on earth. All of those things that tried to make you feel unsafe, unwanted, unloved, let them pass away. Let them be filtered by the red light. All of those things that may have sprung up fear in your being, let it be filtered by the red light. Anything that attempted to make you feel like you weren't enough, let it be filtered by the red light. Anything that makes you overworked, overtired, fatigued, let it be filtered by the red light. Anything that is seeking materialism, greediness, power that seeks to push others aside, taking more than your fair share, all of that energy, let it be filtered by the red light. So all that remains is security, assuredness, belief, trust. Take a deep breath, knowing that your request is heard, knowing that you are happy to be alive in this moment. Look at all that we've come through and gone through in this year. Let us filter out any of the residue that we do not wish to take into the new existence, into this new season. Let the red light of the root chakra filter that out. And as we continue to take a deep breath, let's move up into our second chakra. There was some tightness in my shoulder. I feel it releasing in this moment. I hope that it is the same for you. Now that we are in the second chakra, which is right below the navel, we are still along our spine. And many of you may be familiar with the sacrum that is along your spine. Well, within that area of your body, just envision the color orange. The sacral chakra, the second chakra, its corresponding color is orange, like fire. So let's just envision right now that there's a touch of red from the root chakra, and as we go up higher, it's a little bit lighter, so now it's orange. That orange color is right above our reproductive organs, right above the ovaries, the testes, all of the reproductive system, depending upon whether you are presenting as male, presenting as female. All of those reproductive organs are found within the sacral chakra. Your lower digestive organs, don't forget the lower back, as I said, the sacrum. The prostate for men, urinary tract for both. All of that is found within the sacral chakra. Just envision those parts of your body are illuminated with an orange light. And in that orange light that is burning so bright and so beautiful, again, everything that you have held, all the energies of your body that you have held since your existence here on earth, held in the sacral chakra. It's your passion, your zest for life, creativity, certainly because it is the area of the reproductive organs that is the system of creation, creation of life. It is where we are most open to our feelings, where we are driven by our emotions. All of our emotions are held in the sacral chakra. Our relationships, family relationships, romantic relationships, anywhere where you are in relation with someone else, all of that energy is held in the sacral chakra because there is an emotional component within relationships. Your intimacy, how intimate are you in your relationships? How vulnerable are you being in your relationships? All of that energy is held in the sacral chakra. Our sensuality, our sexuality, food issues, appetite, all of those things, because all of those things are driven by emotion. There are many of us who are emotional eaters. We are driven by our emotions, and it determines whether we overeat or undereat. And so we want to call in some balance into that area. Where are you feeling? What are you feeling? It's movement, it's pleasure. Is there joy in your life? And are you expressing it appropriately? Can you demonstrate what joy looks like in your life? Is there a passion in your life? And can people determine what your passion is based upon how you're living? Are you hiding your passion? Are you hiding particular things about your sexuality? Is there a fear of intimacy? Do you have some creative blocks, or you feel inhibited, isolated? All of those are feeling connected experiences. Some of us, of course, through this year might find ourselves overly emotional, unable to handle our emotions, unable to label what our emotions are because they're coming so fast and so furious. So if we are fixated on things and caught in a particular emotional cyclone or hurricane, that can also show up in the sacral chakra. But right now, that orange light is illuminating that area in your body, and we've already called in the request for balancing and grounding. So in this moment, our sacral chakra energy looks very passionate and creative, very bold and emotive, where we are not afraid to express our emotions appropriately, but we are not afraid to share what is going on with us. Where intimacy really means, see me for who I truly am. And I'm willing to do the same for you without judgment, without criticism. I am open and I'm willing to clear up my relationships. There are relationships out there that are hanging in the balance. You will feel that in your sacral chakra. Now would be a good time towards the end of the year to clear that issue up. Clear it up with yourself so that you can clear it up with others. And so we have asked, we are receiving, it is so, it is done. So let us move up above our navel to our third chakra, the solar plexus, right above our navel, still within our abdomen. The solar plexus corresponding color is yellow. So again, we were at red, we were at orange. Now the light is getting a little bit lighter in color, and it is now yellow like the sun, right above our abdomen, which also includes our mid back. Don't forget your back. That solar plexus includes our pancreas, the digestive system, liver, spleen, all of that stuff, small intestines, large intestines, all of that stuff. Your middle back, all of that area right now is illuminated yellow. Just envision it. You got a rainbow going on in your body. And right now we're at the color yellow. And that yellow light like the sun, which many of us were fortunate enough to see rise and set yesterday during the winter solstice in a way that we don't often get the opportunity to see it. Just envision that yellow light, that sunlight is illuminating in your body in those particular areas, right above your navel, all the way to your back, your mid back. The solar plexus holds the energy of our mental energy, our thoughts, what we thinking, we overthinking. All of that gets stored in the solar plexus. Our personal power, what we think, drives who we are. And so think about how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, what you're telling yourself about yourself, what you believe about yourself, what you think you can do and what you think you can't do. What type of self-control do you have? What kind of power do you possess? Maybe you don't think you possess any power. I'm here to tell you, you do. We are calling on that powerful, confident energy that is found in the solar plexus, where we feel in control of our thoughts, our mental energy, where we have drive. We're just driven to do good in the world, in our own lives, in our communities. Where do we get that from? I was fortunate enough to bear witness to two individuals demonstrating their personal power, that no matter what challenges are in front of them, they still push forward. They still believe because they believe in themselves. So even if the external forces seem as though they are against you, let's call upon the energy in our solar plexus right now to clear that out. That light is cleansing any thoughts, any feelings of being powerless, of being less than, of being not enough. Any of those feelings of dominating over someone else or being a perfectionist. Let that solar plexus energy cleanse and clear anything that is not in full alignment with the balance and the grounding that we have called for, asked for, and that we are now receiving in this moment. Take a deep breath. Envision that yellow light as cleansing and clearing and bringing you back to the natural state of who you are, a powerful, energetic being. All your lights are going to be lit up tonight. The red, the orange, the yellow. Let's take a deep breath. Rise up to our hearts. Ooh. The heart has a corresponding color of green. And that green energy right now is reaching not just the actual physical heart, but all the way to our back, our cardiovascular system, our circulatory system. Our arms are part of our heart chakra, all the way out to our fingertips. All of this is heart chakra energy, our fingers, our hands, our wrists, our arms, all the way to our shoulders. Just envision right now that that part of your body is illuminated in a green light, and that it is the center of love. Just imagine the center of your body is the center of love. All things come from love. And we're not living without a heart. And so as we all are placing our hands at our heart, let's take a deep breath and allow that energy, that green chakra energy, to flow throughout our body. The heart chakra is a bridge between the physical and the spiritual chakras, energy centers. The heart chakra is the center of unconditional love, peace, compassion, forgiveness. It is true balance. And that true balance is the giving and the receiving of love. Love isn't really love if it's not equally given and received. And so there may be some imbalance in your heart chakra if you are always giving, 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 never receiving, or you are always receiving, 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 and never giving. We want to bring that into balance in our heart. The beautiful thing about the heart chakra is that there are no judgments, there are no criticism, there is no guilt, there is no regret in our hearts, because we are living, breathing, growing beings that are learning from all circumstances and experiences. Everything is a life lesson, so that our consciousness grows in love. So let's allow that green chakra, heart chakra energy to flow in our body, balancing us out so that all we feel is love. Love for ourselves, love for each other. Certainly, we would not have gotten through this year without an enormous outpouring of love and peace, even in the most difficult of circumstances, when it looked like love was lost, when it looked like there were no peace. Certain times this year, let us return to that. Let us return to the warm openness that we need to sustain life. And as we continue to allow that love to pour so greatly into our hearts, let us pray and hope that it pours out of us in such a way that it just falls all over everyone we come in contact with, so that it gets multiplied over and over and over and over and over again. Just let love be your guide. Let love be your balancer. Let love be your answer for all things. And as we take the beautiful energy from this most beautiful heart chakra, let's move up to our fifth chakra, the throat. Located right at our throat, it also includes our ears, our nose, our mouth. Let's take a deep breath and just envision the corresponding color is blue. So just envision that this area of your body, don't forget the back of your neck, your entire throat, all the way up through your ear and your nasal passages, your mouth, everything in this area, your lungs, all of it included in the throat chakra, the fifth chakra. This beautiful chakra is where we express ourselves confidently, where we express ourselves clearly, where we are also creative. We create with what we speak and what we say, from what we hear and what we know. It's also a measure of speaking in such a way that you honor yourself and that you honor others. So, has your conversation and communication been honorable? Are you gossiping? Sometimes. Are you yelling? Are you withholding, unable to express yourself or speak out for yourself? Are you not listening to others? Have you said some harsh words? I will confess to cursing more than probably necessary in the past couple of days. That could all indicate an imbalance in your throat chakra. Not hearing what people are saying clearly because we're not focused on what is being said. Our throat chakra is very essential for appropriate conversation, meaning in order to communicate with someone, your throat chakra through your ears must be open and willing to hear what is being said instead of what you want it to be. Now is a great time, as we are communicating with others, to take a breath so that we are very clear about what we hear and about how we respond and about what we say. And it is okay to ask people to say, I did not hear you clearly. Can you please repeat what you said? Even if you actually heard it, but you didn't understand it. It is the level of perception. Are you hearing what you want to hear, or are you hearing the truth? So let's call in that indigo color. No, blue. I'm sorry. Blue in the throat chakra. We'll get to indigo in a minute. Blue in the throat chakra, and envision that it is lighting up this entire area of your body, however that looks for you. It is now blue. It is now being cleared because we have asked, we are receiving, and we know it is so. That our throat chakras are now balanced. That our thyroid, our ears, our nose, mouth, teeth, having any issue with your teeth would also indicate that there's an imbalance in your throat chakra. Nothing is too minuscule. We want it all cleansed and cleared up so that our communication is clear. It's consistent, that we are consistently giving the same message, that we're not waffling in our responses, that we know who we are and are able to articulate that to others. It is so. This is a spiritual chakra. So even if you have not spoken something, if it has been created within your mind spiritually, it is existing in your throat chakra until it is spoken. It is still created. So all that mental chatter, or all those things that are caught in your throat, all of those things that you left unsaid, the kind words, the loving words that sometimes you don't even say to yourself, let it flow. We want all that energy to flow so that the words that we are speaking are sweet upon our ears and the ears of others. We give thanks for the energy of our throat chakra, because right now, that has been what we've had to work with. We've been on Zoom calls, we've been on the telephone, we've had to communicate in different ways that are beyond the physical, because we've had to be physically distant from one another. We've had to exercise our throat chakra a lot more this year, and I anticipate it will be the same in the new year. So why not call in a higher energy, a higher vibration into that beautiful blue light that is illuminating in this area, in this moment. And as we take a deep breath, thanking the creator, the source of all life, the source of all love, for clearing out our throat chakra, let us move up to our sixth chakra, the brow chakra, right between our eyebrows. Let's take a deep breath into this spiritual chakra that has the corresponding color of indigo. As the indigo, it includes the upper part of our face, our eyes. Also the pituitary gland, pineal gland, our brain, parts of our brain, parts of the brain where our imagination is held, right there in the third eye chakra, or where our vision, literally our spiritual vision and our actual vision, held in the third eye. We have three eyes, y'all. The two we see with and the one that we create our life experience with. This is where intuition, insight into other things, our wisdom is born here. It's held here. It's where I see. However, if there are some issues with your vision, if you are experiencing migraines, headaches, if you are experiencing dizziness, then call forth that indigo light to come into your third eye chakra in this moment, knowing that as we ask, we receive, the request has already been heard and answered. We are calling forth a cleansing in our individual consciousness in this moment. Held in the third eye chakra, we are asking for elevation in this consciousness and elevation in the vibration of what we see, the vision for not only our future, but the future of our world. Let it be expansive. Let it be abundant. Let it be high and holy and great for all. Let it be balanced. Let it be whole. Just let it be. Let that indigo light in encase your head, not just the front, but also the back. You're having some headaches or issues, as I said, some dizziness that may be going on in this area. Just envision there is an indigo light right now, balancing that all out, balancing your equilibrium. And we're going to call for some balance in the root chakra to help with that as well. And as we take a deep breath, let's move to the top of our heads, to the crown, right at the top of our heads. See how we went along our entire spinal column. We didn't leave anything out. Knowing the spinal column is where our central nervous system is held. It is our operating system. It is where we come into contact with our senses and our environment, and everything is snapping off at once, and all of it coming up to our crown. Our crown chakra, corresponding color is violet. And as it reaches higher, because that energy can reach higher than man could even go, it turns into a lighter light, transparent light, a light that encompasses all of the colors. And this violet light that transforms into another light also transforms us into other beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that energy of the collective consciousness is found in our crown chakra. It is the ultimate highest wisdom that we hold, our divine wisdom, our divinity is held within the crown chakra, our connection to spirit, to source energy, flowing right through the top of our little heads. It is by no accident that babies come with their crowns wide open. And as we get older and that crown closes, it cannot stop that energy from flowing from the top of our crowns. And so when we are feeling our highest self, our holiest self, where our faith, our trust, our belief is the strongest, it is held in the crown chakra. And it is the collective consciousness that we are feeling. We absorb everything. So if the world feels sad, we feel sad. Where one of us is not okay, none of us is okay. And so all of those things that we pray for and hope for ourselves, let us pray and hope for the collective in this moment. Let that balancing energy, that higher order energy, what we can call love, flow into our crowns in this moment. Let it be held there, but let it not stop there. Let it flow down into every corner of your body, down to the cellular level, all the way down to your feet, back all the way up to your crown. Let that energy flow so greatly that you understand that all that you have is all that you need, that you are creating with the Creator at all times. The energy in your crown chakra is also felt in the pineal and the pituitary gland, your brain, your nervous system. This is our operating system as humans, connected to the crown, connected to source energy at all times. We are light beings, every single one of us. Let us use that energy to ground and to balance us now, to know that we have asked, we have received, we have been heard, and all has been answered. In this right now moment, where all things are sacred and safe and perfect, we are well, or on our way to being well. I know it for myself and I know it for you. And so let that energy from the crown flow down into our third eye. Let it flow down into your throat. Let it flow down into your heart. Let it flow down into your solar plexus. Let it flow down into your sacral. down to the root, knowing that you are connected above and below by the Great Mother, the Great Father, knowing that all ascended masters, your spirit team, your spirit guide, your ancestors, all holy beings are holding you in this moment. All good and great and wonderful things that were created before, that have been created as we are, and that will be created as we transcend, are being held for us right now. We are wide open and ready to receive. We are being poured into, and yet we are also giving to the universal collective in this moment. You have to feel good about that you are part of something greater than you probably thought you would ever be. That in this moment, the energy that you have created within your body is healing, not just yourself, but others. And as we take a deep breath, let us hold our hearts. Know that all that we scanned in the beginning of this exercise, the beginning of this session, everything that your body asked for, every single thing that your body asked for has been received. I ask that you trust it. I ask that you carry that energy with you. Even as we disconnect in this session, know that energy never dies. It is for you to use. It is for you to give and receive to someone else. It is who you are. We are energetic beings. And so as we raise the vibrational level of our bodies, we raise the vibrational level of this world. Any moment in time when you are feeling out of balance, you have the power to restore yourself to a natural state of being by breathing, by taking time, by calling forth that energy in whichever energy center you may feel out of balance, by asking your body for what it needs and listening. And just as we are seeing in the changing of these seasons, as we are now in winter, let us be still. Let us prepare. Let us connect with each other as best as we can. Let us be safe for one another. Let us remember to create warmth. And I don't just mean the temperature, I mean the gestures. Let us be warm to one another. Let us be warm to ourselves and loving. We have no idea what 2021 will have in store for us, but what we do know and what we did learn from this year is that we're not going to get anywhere by ourselves, that we will need to come together, strangers, different opinions and value systems. We will need to figure this thing out together. And so I trust that whatever your body asked for within this session that you have received, and my only offer is that you pass it along to someone else, either through your own words, your own gestures, or by inviting them to join us some evening. Let us raise the consciousness within ourselves so that we can raise the consciousness within one another. I am grateful to be in your presence. I'm grateful to be a vessel. I'm grateful to use my time here wisely, to give and to receive equally. And I trust and believe it is so. And as we do every week, we end our sessions with sound. The sound is an indication that we are disconnecting from this moment, but the sound is also a magnifier and will allow the energy that we created here to be magnified, just as the vibrational frequency and waves go out as it is rung. Just know that you have received all that you need. Whew, whew, whew. How you feeling, John?
I'm doing good. You know you're still live.
Yeah, I know we still live.
Okay.
It's okay. I just wanted to check in with you, see how you're doing, see if there was anything that you felt. Because I did feel some particular warmth in my throat chakra.
No, I always use this opportunity to distance Reiki. So maybe the ancestors in the university sent
Mhm.
unconditional spiritual energy and universal love to everybody.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Y'all hear that? The ancestors is loving us on us. So what can we not do? We got a whole posse of people behind us. So thank you for that, John. Thank you for holding space. I thank you for those who have joined live or through the replay. Um, I know it's customary to say if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe this channel. As we move each week, I learn a little bit more, we do a little bit more, and by next year, y'all not even gonna know who we are. We're gonna have this thing locked down, right, John?
Yep, yep, we are.
All right. Just a note, because I will be doing a class on Tuesday evenings, we may not be joining you guys at 7. I am committed to do it on Tuesday. We might just need to find another time. And when I know more, you will know more. So thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. I trust and I pray again that you are well or on your way to being well. Namaste.